I'm a Superman. YouTube lad, man.
Okay, so today it's gonna be more of a venting session for me. So I built my PSA Dagger out, and a lot of videos and a lot of comments too about Glock clones. So if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, like I'm not a I'm not against Glock because they are good guns. It's kind of like a cowboy fan thing. Like people who just think Glocks are the best gun you can buy, and like there's nothing better than a Glock. Um, this is what kind of irks me, and it kind of turns me off to the Glock. Because like I said, I've shot them before. They're cool. They're reliable, just like several other guns are. They're not the best. They make a lot of attachments and parts for them, kind of like a Honda Civic. So you like those rice cars or whatever it is. You probably like a Glock too. But for me, I always strive to be different. I don't like following something just because it's a trend or whatever. So that's why I'm not just a huge fan of Glocks. I respect them, but just not a fanboy about them. So like I said, I do respect them, and this is a PSA Dagger, which a lot of people say is a Glock clone. But my question is why? Why do you say it's a clone? Because it's a polymer frame with a striker fire slide. That would be the same for the Springfield XD. That's also the same for the Smith & Wesson 5.7 striker fire. That is also the same for PSA Rock. It's polymer frame striker fire. So is that it? Is it the frame itself? Something you notice that the grip is different, the trigger is different. The Springfield actually, as far as the thumb rest there and the trigger, is actually more similar to a Glock than this. So, the same way with the new Ford, you're gonna say that's a Camaro clone. Just because it's built similar to it doesn't mean that it's trying to just mimic it. It's actually making it better. Because you're not getting a Glock like this from the factory. Threaded barrel, twisted, serrated slide, open ported. The mag well's different. You got an extended mag release already. So I'm not gonna lie, it is it's similar, but it's not a Glock. It's not a Glock clone. It's a PSA Dagger. The same way that this 1911, we're always clear and empty, just in case you didn't know. But this 1911 is not a Colt clone or a Browning clone. It's just built off that platform. It's a Taurus 1911. And what makes it a 1911 is single stack. It's hammer fire. The takedown on it's going to be from the nose. So, just slight things, the trigger. But when you look at everything that makes this a 1911, and you look at everything that makes this a PSA Dagger, it's the framework for 1911 is standard. There's no standard for Glock, so it's similar. And so there's room for similar things. Like every car has 4 wheels, so is every car a clone of a Model T? Because it came off an assembly line. It's got 4 wheels. So just a little pet peeve of mine. There's so many gun manufacturers, and There's going to be similarities because of the just the basic ergonomics and basic mechanics of a gun. There's going to be similarities. So you're gonna have striker fire, hammer fire. You're gonna have rim fire. I'm pretty sure there's some other type of fires. You got black powder. You got a lot of different other things too that can send a propellant down range. But for the most part, you got your two main hammer fire, striker fires. So it's just like I said, a pet peeve of mine when people, just want to compare everything to a Glock. You, I'm a bit of a car guy too, so everybody wants to compare everything to a Hellcat. So anytime a new car comes out and it's got, this projected horsepower rating, they want to automatically, go to a Hellcat and anything like that. And a Hellcat, I got respect for it. Same way I got respect for Glock, but it's just like it's just oversaturated, and you get tired of it so quickly. Like okay, I've seen another Glock. Okay, I've seen another Hellcat. What else you got? Because there's things that can beat both every time, like and without having to have all necessarily the bells and whistles or whatever. Because you put a Hellcat against a McLaren, even with a lower horsepower rating, the way that a McLaren is built, it's so well detailed that it'll dust that Hellcat. So it's the same way with you put my custom built Dagger against a Glock, and it's gonna dust it. I'm sorry, it's gonna dust it. And it's got some extras that I've added to it or whatever, but yeah, it's gonna dust it. And for I can't even remember now. For either about the same price or a little less, I got this set up, and I would have got a non-threaded, just black frame, black slide, no light, having no optic cut Glock. I probably would have paid about maybe $400 or $500. Maybe could have got one of those Cerakote ones, but for about the same price, but for about $400 total, we got this one built. So I can't complain. But like I said, just a vending session for me. It's a gun channel, so what am I gonna leave you with? My PSA versus a Glock. Let's go. All right, so Glock versus the clone, the dagger. I'm gonna give it to the clone. I like the grip better, trigger pull. It was sight for sight. Even though I do got a red dot coming forward, so watch out for that one. But iron sight, and actually, the Glock had the three dots. While I'm rocking just some regular old, just plain irons. So is it a clone or is it better? A fun fact too, Glock isn't the first to do a polymer frame and a striker fire slide. That would be HK. So is a Glock a HK clone? I don't know, but I do know my dagger is nice and I like it. So gonna keep rocking with it. Like I said, nothing against Glock, but just open your mind up, people. Like it's more guns than that. Just because law enforcement and military choose something, not because it's the best. So all this, the feds carry it, militaries carry it, because they're cheap and they can mass produce them and they can distribute them out to the people. They don't want them, to backfire or have a bunch of misfires and everything. So that's why I said they're decent guns, but the clone thing, let's get rid of that. I'm out. Appreciate you.